What's up, guys? UFC 303, Gilbert Burns were here with another breakdown, and we got ourselves a nice fight. We got Ian Garry against MVP. I like this fight very, very much. I like both of these guys. I train Ian Garry, but I have a good relationship with MVP. Every time I saw the guy, we have a good chat. I like the guy a lot. Super respectful, super entertaining. So this fight is gonna be a big fight in the welterweight division. I think whoever wins, especially if the performance is nice, if you end up with a knockout, I think the UFC gonna push this guy so much to get closer to a title fight. So it's gonna be a good breakdown right here. I had to study a lot, watch a lot of tapes, see the guy's age and reach and everything in the past performance. So make sure you stay here at the end of the fight, and I'm gonna give my official pick who I think is gonna win. So right now, make sure you subscribe, jab on the like button right there, boom, just little jab on the like, just touch over there. Make sure you share with your friends that like fighting, that talk about fighting. Let's get this channel growing. Let's go to the breakdown. Here we go with the first part of the breakdown, the overview. So we got undefeated 14-0 Ian Garry taking on MVP. MVP's 37 years old. The guy has 22 wins and 2 losses, and this crazy guy MVP still have one fight at Bare Knuckle FC, and he faces a monster on Mike Perry, the king of violence. So there was an epic battle. If you never watched, make sure you tune in on BKFC Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship and watch this fight. That was a war. That was a nice fight. I had a lot of fun. This guy is a monster taking on Ian Garry. Ian Garry's getting on a good momentum. Last fight was against the tough one, Geoff Neal. He got it done with a good decision. I think he fought pretty well. Before that, he got the cancellation fight against Vicente Luque. Then he was in a run before that. He got the high kick over D-Rod. He got the decision over Neil Magny. He's coming on the UFC 14-0, 26 years old. The guy's still super young and making a lot of noise, and he talks. He's entertaining, he's fighting. I like the guy a lot, but he's facing a monster in front of him. MVP just beat Kevin Holland in the UFC 299. That UFC that I fought, and then I lost JDM, but that was a great show. The guy fought super good, entertaining, talking a lot, having fun in the walk, in the fight. So I think it's going to be a good fight. But on the overview, these guys have very tough. MVP fought Douglas Lima twice. He won one, he lost one by knockout. Lost to one of my good friends and good teammate, Logan Sterling. But Logan is a high level wrestler. Logan just kept taking this guy down. But he has a couple crazy wins. Kevin Holland was a big win. Koichi Yamauchi, many more. These guys are very, very tough one. I'm looking for so much. I'm going to be there on the UFC 303. So it's going to be a good fight in my division. I'm gonna be watching very closely, but it's gonna be a great fight. Fight style, we got MVP. That guy is a taekwondo fighter slash karate slash striker slash entertainer. This guy go crazy. He's gonna give you a knockout and gonna keep a look at that. You on the floor, referees over there. He know that you out. He don't care. He's funny, but we got a kickboxer on the other side. At 37 years old against a 26 years old. Let's see if the numbers matter, if the age matter, because Ian Garry has a gas tank on him. That guy is fast, he's quick, he can keep kicking, he keep punching, he throw knees now. The guy is very, very dangerous, but we're gonna have taekwondo slash karate against a kickboxer. Older against a younger. So it's gonna be a great fight, but the style, both guys are striker. If he goes to the grappling, I gotta give it up to Ian Garry. The guy has been training with Damian Maia. His grappling is getting so much better. On the fight style a little bit, I think who has the grappling advantage is gonna be Ian Garry. The speed, both guys are super quick. I'm curious to see who's gonna have the most speed, but I think MVP gonna have the power, you know, the knockout power, because this guy got that crazy finish against Evangelista Cyborg. Remember that knee that he playing, he throw a knee? We can see on the x-ray, they broke the skull, like the forehead of the skull. I never saw that. That was broke. And then if you guys saw it, on that kick that he kicked Koichi Yamauchi on his last fight in the Bellator, he kicked the guy's knee, and it was That was nasty cut. He make a cut. He kind of broke the guy's knee with the kick. So this guy is made with iron. So it's gonna be a good fight right there. The stylistically is a very good matchup. I'm looking for so much. And in a little bit, keep tuning in. Make sure you subscribe and hit the like over there. I'm gonna give my official pick at the end of this video. Physical attributes, that one's a little bit funny because those guys are both 6'3", but freaking MVP, bro. That guy is so long. 79 on reach against Ian Garry, they're 74. And me, I'm only 71. I have the smallest reach in the whole division over there. Man, MVP, 79. And he has the knockout power too. I agree. I think he's the stronger guy. Both guys has good IQ. I think MVP super smart. Does a lot of strategy. Does a lot of study. Training that in London, I think for sure he get a couple guys to mimic the style of Ian Garry. But I think knockout power gotta give to MVP. The reach, that guy gonna use that reach for sure. And the experience, I gotta give the experience. The guy has 22 fights, 22 wins in 24 fights, plus a bare knuckle fight. I think that guy has advantage when we talk about experience. But if you go on the other side, you got a young Ian Garry, so fast. That gas tank is unbelievable. I saw this guy training, sparring a lot of guys here when he was here in South Florida. The gas tank of this guy is unbelievable. He's different. The volume, I think that's going to be another thing on his physical attributes. He's going to throw a lot. He's not going to wait for one counter punch from MVP. He's going to be that kicking, punching, knee, moving, push kick, try to find something. We're going to get that on his strategy, but I think that's going to be on his physical attributes, going to be the volume, throwing a lot of different things into MVP, so he's not going to be able to read that and counter that. So physical attributes are going to be volume, gas tank, and speed for Ian Garry. On the other side, we have knockout power, the reach, the IQ, the experience, and I want to see the speed too from MVP. So a good matchup that we have with these two strikers, like, it's gonna be a good fight. Now we move on to a strategy. What I think this guy's gonna do, I don't think they're gonna change much. I think MVP gonna stay on the outside, in and out movement, trying to counter these guys with the punches, with the kicks, with the knees, with the elbows. You saw that spinning elbow that he threw on Kevin Holland. That was perfect timing. Execution was beautiful. But so do Ian Garry. It's very hard if you Ian Garry. I'd be in that position before when I fought Wonder Boy. Very hard to have to bring another guy into my camp to do that styles. It's very hard. I don't think he's going to find that in Brazil. He might, but I don't think he's going to change much. I think both guys are going to do their thing. They both study so much. They both had good IQ. I think it'll be easier to MVP to get a guy like Ian Garry, but very hard for Ian Garry to find a guy like MVP. So I think these guys not gonna change much. They're gonna be super sharp on the things that they do good. It should be a nice fight, and whoever wins is gonna be a step way closer, super close, but super close to a title fight. MVP was all the way in Abu Dhabi. You know with who? With the guy that I had a crazy fight, Hamza Chimaev. Before this guy pulled out, before he gets sick, MVP was all the way there in Abu Dhabi. Those guys were doing funny content. They were training. It looked good. But then he went back to London. He went there to England to finish his camp over there. A lot of great guys out there. Shout out these guys from the MVP camp. Those guys are very good. For sure, he finished his camp out there. And on the other side, Ian Garry's in Brazil, in São Paulo, with nothing less than that guy that said, the champion has a name, Charles do Bronx Oliveira. Yes, Ian Garry's right there, he's taking everything on that Brazilian culture. He's living over there with his wife and his son. He's training jiu-jitsu with Damian Maia. This guy is living the life, you know. The guy went all the way out of Ireland, moved to Florida, stayed here for a little bit. Then he went back to London. He was a little bit with these guys at Leon Edwards camp. Then he's in Brazil. Now he's living the life, you know. The guy is doing everything he can with his family, supporting him 100% for his career. I think he's going to do good, you know. We got so many tough guys in Brazil, so many great guys. I think he's going to be super well prepared for this fight. Psychological aspects. We always see Ian Garry talking a lot, bringing the fight. With Neil Magny, he brought the talk about his family, his son, this and that. He did the mug shot against Geoff Neal. He was talking a lot with Luke. Then that was back and forth with Kobe. Then family, his family was on blast. People were talking about his family. He's kind of a little bit more quiet now, I would say that. You know, more respectful, more focused on his training. I want to see the psychological aspect from Ian Garry. When he gets on the fight, if he gets very hard to find this guy with that guy have a humongous reaching. So it's going to be very hard to find this guy in the octagon. I want to see if he gets to that frustration, how he going to deal with that. That's going to be my question. What I think he's going to do good, but we got to see how he's going to do, you know, because he was always the biggest guy, the fastest guy. Now he's going to face another guy that's bigger than him, that's fast, might be faster than him, we will see. But I want to see how he's going to deal with that. And on this other side, we got MVP. He's already picking a little bit, you know, he's already talking about it. He make the editor can put out there. He had a funny video with SpongeBob. Yeah, I think they're gonna talk. They're gonna be a little bit respectful, but they're gonna try to poke each other. I want to see the psychological aspect on that. If from the other side, if MVP cannot find Ian Garry, he finds a guy that's quicker than him, that's younger than him, that has a good kickboxing, good movement, good defense, how is he gonna deal with that? I want to see, for me, that's my favorite part when I'm watching a fight. I want to see when the guy's kind of breaking, the other guy's taking over, the guys can see that the other guy's breaking. That's what I love about the sport. Every sport, that's what I like to see in boxing, jiu-jitsu, in MMA, even when I watch different sports, NFL, basketball, soccer, football, I want to see that when the guy took the other guy's spirit. So we will see UFC 303 how this guy's gonna handle under the pressure, under the lights on the big arena on UFC 303. Final analysis and my pick. So it's gonna be a good fight. We're gonna have a sniper on one side on MVP trying to fight a one shot to finish the fight. Super precise, fast, crazy taekwondo, good striking, so much experience. But on the other side, we get a very, I would say, young but very mature, a high IQ fighter on Ian Garry, super hungry, taking on anyone on this division, fighting the who is who, and make his name. You know, he won a fight on the McGregor card. Unfortunately, McGregor pulled out, but the guy is there representing Ireland, representing Brazil. So I think the path to win for MVP is to find that knockout, you know, like he's gonna be the bigger reach, so you gotta keep controlling this guy and trying to find it. You know, we saw Ian Garry getting dropped before in a fight when he fought a Chinese dude. So we'll see, you know. I think that's gonna be the strategy for MVP. And I think Ian Garry, that's gonna be my official pick. Ian Garry is gonna win that fight by decision. I think he's gonna stay on the outside, picking apart, you know, a lot of volume, throwing push kicks, throwing kicks, calf kicks, trying to find a calf kick, throwing hands. He's gonna outwork MVP and he's gonna win by decision. But again, I love these both guys. I'm excited to watch the fights. Hope this guy has the best outcome. But my official pick is gonna be Ian Garry by decision. That's my pick. Who you think is gonna win? Please comment below, subscribe, share all the good stuff, and we're gonna have a lot more breakdown and content coming for you guys. Thank you so much. Let's go.